What's the matter?
This'll be tough, even for us.
Huh?
Our so-called captain doesn't seriously expect us to charge forth like common foot soldiers, right? Right?
If he does, I'm going to doubt his sanity.
Gustav must be in that tower. I'll get there no matter what it takes. And have my revenge. Time to wrap things up. Only we can do this. It's no different than any other mission. Everyone, charge! All right. Let's do this! Tango signing. All right. Reinforcements! Reinforcements!
Wow, you came alone. Fancy that. So, did you come to meet a Grand General, or did you get lost on your way to the Privy?
Gustav!
Catch me if you can.
Out of my way!
Looks like the mission's complete. Right. I guess it all worked out.
Egads, to make me act with reckless abandon, the nerve of that puffed-up prince of paupers.
Huh?
Why,
Where's the captain?
Oh. He's not here. I wonder if we got separated somewhere.
Well, I'll be damned. Looks like your little princess platoon lives up to the hype after all. Vannergund, was it? We owe you a lot these days. You've certainly got our intelligence division whipped up into a frenzy. Even so, we're still missing a few minor details. Oh. Here she comes. Well then, I'll leave the dirty work to her.
Get back here! Valkyria.
It's eerily quiet. There's no one here. Is it over?
Something's not right. Agreed. This doesn't feel right.
Huh?
Is that singing?
What the?
My chest. What's... It hurts. This is alchemy. No. Magic?
Who's singing?
I can hear it.
Princess!
Fifi! What now?
I'm not like before. This time, I can still fight! Valkyria. You ready?
Destruction is salvation.
This sword, I can stand against you. You okay? I can't beat it. I'm going to die here. I'm sorry, everyone.
Amlet!
The singing. It's coming from that thing?
So that is the Valkyria.
That's it? So they are Reapers, at least in appearance.
You need to get out of here. We're not ready to face this thing yet.
Huh?
What did you say?
I'll keep it busy. Go!
But, Captain, do you have a death wish, Captain?
The only one allowed to defeat you is me. I cannot abide you dying before our duel.
This isn't like you, Captain.
I'm having doubts about your judgment. I can't obey that command.
We'll make our own decisions.
Our squad was formed to counter it, wasn't it? There's only one thing to do.
Vanargand, form up! Target the Valkyria. This is what we trained for.
Let's fight, Amlet.
Spread out, allow me to assault.
Valkyria by yourself. Now take this.
It must be because of that sword.
This will send Water like a mana surge.
Beyond
Beautiful.
I will abide by the contract.
Leave it to me. My assurance.
I offer this
Power is beyond mortal. Destruction is salvation. Salvation.
Keep it up.
Not bad, guys! Now take this!
Fall back.
You ready? Now you
I'm hooked.
You ready?
You better like this.
Keep an eye
Oh, please take care of yourself.
You okay?
Abide by the contract.
Keep it up.
Not at that, guys. Now take
Keep
this.
an eye
Watch it!
Constant visual.
What's the matter?
Time to wrap. All right, let's do this. Tango sighted. Reinforcements! Valkyria.
Destruction is salvation.
This sword. This ends here. Keep an eye on the enemy's movements, and don't stay in one place for too long. And this.
Valkyria by yourself!
You can complain to your heart's content later if we live through this.
Mission complete. It's working?
Hamlet! Please snap out of it! Hamlet!
This is pretty bad.
It hurts so much!
Princess!
That voice. The song. It echoes through my mind.
Ophelia. How are
Perhaps
you?
I can protect us. I can save everyone if I sing. I've sung this tune, these words for as long as I remember. A prayer for my people's safety and for my kingdom's prosperity, for our country and everyone here. I offer my song to the heavens. These magic music, it...
Drowned out the dirge of death?
Hey, what's going on?
Ophelia.
Alack and alas, that villainous vixen beat a retreat.
You narrowly escaped death.
Oh my gosh, Fifi!
She's unconscious. Captain, what did the princess just do?
A Galder. She used a Galder.
Galder?
What's that?
I don't know much in detail.
Of course she has a secret power. Still, that was pretty amazing.
It must be nice to be you. Your optimism knows no bounds. I'm a little uneasy about that. It's an unfamiliar power.
It scared me how strong it was. Now, we have a means to fight back against the Reaper's song. We need to learn more about this burden the princess bears.
It's morning.
We've been fighting all night.
Would you look at that? To think they'd beat the Reaper. Glad I got to enjoy the show, albeit from the cheap seats. But the Princess Platoon really stole the spotlight. What a strange power that girl has.
Your Excellency, shall we call back the retreating units?
No need. We already lost this battle. As for the war, Jutland's army is the least of our concerns. To bring down Vanagond, we'll need to start planning ahead. Looks like things are finally getting interesting.
Lure the Jutland army into an industrial area with no escape, then have the Valkyria inflict a devastating blow. That was Emperor Claudius's intent, but it was halted by the activities of the Vanagond. Meanwhile, Lindegard takes action in Jutland after Avalon was taken. He claimed that the Empire's use of the Valkyria was a sign of a larger attack and appealed to the king for a ceasefire. However, Solomon the traitor opposed that by focusing on the results that were gained from the Avalon battle.
Nonsense! The death toll alone was catastrophic.
You exaggerate. The casualties accrued were well within expected contingencies.
How can you say such a thing?
Your Majesty, this is how I perceive it. The deployment of a Valkyria proves that the Empire acknowledges us as a threat. This is a monumental achievement. The Empire had no intention of negotiating a ceasefire in the first place. That is why they used the Valkyria. Thankfully, our army has the anti-Valkyria squad, and they have proved to us that a Valkyria is nothing to fear. That is why we should set up an environment in which we can arrange a treaty to our benefit. If we think of the people's suffering and anguish, it's obvious what we must do.
I heard a song. It had an air of nostalgia. To think it would come from a mere mortal.
Oh, your countenance betrays something akin to emotion. Almost as if you were human. According to Gustav, the girl's voice overpowered your own. Leave the little songbird to me. Mark me, you and I share life itself. Your enemies are mine. Have you finished licking your wounds?
Yes, sire.
Our hunter has fallen again to the fangs of the wolf,
I have brought shame to your empire.
No matter. To err is human, to forgive divine. Maxine, we shall grant you opportunity to redeem yourself.
I am grateful, your majesty.
You know of the Princess Ophelia, no?
Indeed. I have crossed blades with her several times in the battlefield.
To hear tell of the recent battle, she too can sing a Galder.
A Galder?
This new magic is said to rival even that of the Valkyria. Who knew such a rose could blossom amidst the jutish weeds?
The princess wields it.
Of course. Her powers pale in comparison to the Reapers, but a thorn in our side cannot be ignored. Therefore, we wish for you to assassinate the Princess Ophelia.
Assassinate?
Correct. Any threat to our reign must be nipped in the bud. Our predecessors learned that piece of wisdom far too late.
I cannot comply. Assassination is not the way for a king to fight. Your Majesty has always boldly gone to battle to take what you desire. That is your Imperial Majesty's path of power.
Oh, you dare to lecture us on the way of kings?
No, that was not my...
You are mistaken. Nothing matters but that which leads us on the road to rule. We would become a monster, or a demon to take another step. You were ordained a Grand General because we deemed you fit to follow in our footsteps. Was our confidence misplaced? Maxine, this is not a request, but an Imperial command. Assassinate the Princess Ophelia.
I cannot.
Did you not come to learn, to drink from our well of wisdom?
Allow me to fulfill that duty.
Huh?
Victor.
Is that acceptable, Maxime?
We will abide. Victor, you are hereby appointed to the task.
As you command.
Knowledge will help you grow. There's much we can learn by revisiting the past.
How dare you call yourself a senior officer after that?
I'm so sorry, Your Highness.
Shouldn't a man of your rank be held to higher standards? Those in positions of responsibility should lead by example. Yet here you are, setting a bad precedent for everyone.
There she goes, lecturing senior officers, just like back in school.
The punishment you inflicted upon that student was unjust.
They broke the rules!
Yet here you are, laying judgment without due diligence.
A blatant violation doesn't require an investigation.
What if there were extenuating circumstances? You cannot be certain when you base your verdict on appearances alone. Rather than punishing people as guilty till proven innocent, we must work together toward prevention and rehabilitation. Or do you presume to serve a justice higher than the crown?
It's like nothing's changed. Has she forgotten she's in the military?
Or do you presume to... Oh!
There we go.
My apologies, sir. That was completely out of line.
What?
I forgot my station as a Vanargan soldier. I am certainly in no position to be voicing my opinion to a senior officer. Oh dear, I've been acting this way to the captain too. When I disagree with something, I simply cannot stay quiet. Even Godot warned me to mind myself just the other day. I am terribly sorry, sir. 'Twas much too impertinent of me. Please reprimand me however you see fit.
No, I cannot. For me to do such a thing to the princess...
Please, I beg of you. Disciplinary action is clearly needed.
I see. Then... yes. Well... Your behavior toward me was truly wonderful.
What?
Carry on, just as you are now, and continue to scold me.
Scold you?
Right. If there's anything I can improve on, you have leave to admonish me anytime you please. Am I understood, Ophelia?
I understand. I will keep scolding as best I can, sir.
What the...
There's much we can learn by revisiting the past.
You should have seen the silly, funny look on her face.
That Sarah sounds like quite the character.
Oh dear, there I go again, chatting only about myself. 'Tis your turn now, Miranda.
Whatever would I talk about, milady?
How about... Godot? You two must have some amusing anecdotes to share.
Easier said than shared, Your Highness. My brother doesn't have an amusing bone in his body. Even now, he's swatting down marriage proposals like flies. He says he doesn't want to make a promise he can't keep.
Perhaps he is saving his vows until the battle is over. Worry not. Godot is an honest and reliable gentleman. After the war, I am certain he will meet a wonderful woman. There is no need to rush.
I can only hope it turns out that way.
Is something else the matter? On top of his good nature and looks, he's arguably the greatest swordsman in the entire kingdom. 'Tis no surprise that eligible ladies would flock to him.
As you say, even I can tell that my brother is an attractive slice of real estate.
Real estate?
Before the war, our parents were always setting him up with potential matches. Once he met the would-be brides, however...
So tell me, what are some of your hobbies?
Well, I've recently become very interested in soil.
Soil?
That's right. I love everything about Jutland. I plan to put together a book about Jutland's local history. Whenever I find the time, I visit a new town. I'm particularly interested in how different soil nourishes different crops across Jutland.
Well, that's certainly a very interesting goal.
Ah, yes. Truly you appreciate Jutland's beauty as I do. Our country's prospered greatly by serving as a rural hub of sorts for the surrounding nations. We're dependent on Ragnite imports, but thanks to our agricultural trade, we've kept up with new technology. It's the combination of our agronomic accomplishments and the budding Ragnite industry that makes Jutland so unique.
I see.
Of course, this makes us a prime target for invasion, conquest. But that lingering threat's only made us work harder to be self-sufficient, independent, and prosperous. Our predecessors shed blood, sweat, and tears to build the beauteous Jutland we know today.
Yes.
That's why we're able to keep the country strong, even with an embargo in place. All thanks to the hard work of our ancestors. I mean, one only need visit the orchards by the Azure Sea to see the genius of their farming techniques. Allow me to explain.
Dirt. Who talks about dirt? Instead of matchmaking, he'd rant about Jutland's soil non-stop for 3 hours straight. That clod. No bride-to-be wants to hear that kind of dirty talk. He could have chatted about anything else. Anything at all. My, what a lovely dress. Or, oh, such a fetching ribbon. See, is that so hard? It's no wonder my brother can't find a partner.
That does indeed sound like Godot. He must truly love Jutland. Hearing that makes me so happy, as a princess.
My brother's, patriotism is all well and good, milady. And I'm glad to hear someone appreciates his, quirks. But at this rate, he'll be a bachelor his entire life.
What are you two talking about?
I'm expressing my concerns for the future of House Villefort.
Huh?
How envious I am that you two care so much about each other.
What?
Good morning to you, Jorder.
Thank you, ma'am. And a good morning to you as well, Your Highness. Please, take that seat over there.
Oh, no need to be so formal. We are squad mates, after all.
Yes, ma'am. However, showing respect to the royal family is the duty of a soldier.
Just so. No matter how I try, no one can see beyond my station. It seems that we shall never be on friendlier terms.
Huh? That's a real glum face you got there. What's the matter?
Oh, Sarah. Nay, nothing is the matter.
Well, you sure don't look it. I just got something good!
I beg your pardon? Sarah, what in the world is this?
Doesn't it look yummy? The cake here's super duper delish. Come on, eat it, eat it!
Indeed. My word.
Wow, you starving or something?
I am terribly sorry. 'Twas ever so delicious I forgot my manners. I can scarcely believe I acted so shamelessly.
It's cool, it's cool. It was just that tasty, eh? But you're probably still hungry. Ready for seconds, Fifi?
Fifi?
So, what's been eating you, Fifi?
Pardon?
You must be worried about something, right? That's why I brought you here, you know? When girlfriends chat about their prods, they just gotta get tea at a cafe.
Girlfriends?
Uh-huh. We're on the same team and we're pretty much the same age. And now that we're hanging out, we're friends. Come on, give me all the deets. Huh? Why are you laughing? Did I say something weird?
Nay, my apologies. It appears, however, that my problems are solved. Thank you ever so much, Sarah.
Huh? But I haven't done nothing besides feed you cake.
On the contrary, you've done a great deal for me already.
Huh? Well, if that's how you get your jollies. So it really wasn't enough for you, Fifi.
Twould indeed seem so.
Oh, does everyone remember that one time?
Huh?
Back when Miss Maria asked us what we wanted to be when we grew up?
Of course. As I recall, Miss Maria was standing right around where you are now.
Yeah, I even remember what everyone said.
Well done, you guys. And Bass answered first that time, didn't he? He said, I'll be an inventor, make a great invention, become super rich, and make Miss Maria my wife. Bass used to be so cute back then. The complete opposite of now.
I know, right? I was pretty damn cute, wasn't I? Next was Freet. Now, what did you say?
You're mistaken, Violet. I am positive that Basil said, I'm gonna marry Vi.
Huh? Was that what happened? Well, it was when we were kids, so... What are you doing, Bass? Don't be embarrassed. You're making me embarrassed, too.
Oh, shut up, shut up, shut up!
Besides, you answered first, Vi.
Yeah, immediately. I'll be an actress and win the heart of every man in the world. I'll never forget the look on Miss Maria's face.
She was dumbfounded for a moment.
Yeah, we'd never seen her make a face like that before.
I didn't see that.
You were way too precocious. An innocent boy like me didn't stand a chance against that devilish charm of yours.
Idiot.
It's always all, naturally, I shall change the world.
I didn't say it like that.
No, really, word for word. Even then you were all business.
That was the past.
You haven't changed at all, Saul.
Mine was boring. I believe I said, I want to be a novelist and write adventure stories.
Yeah, that came as a surprise to no one.
Freet always was known for his tales in Freet's Adventure Time. All the kids looked forward to it after curfew.
I know I did.
Except we always got in trouble when Miss Maria caught us.
Hey, those stories you told us? Did you make them all up yourself?
I borrowed a lot from other stories I read, but some of it was my own. I was making it up as I went along.
That explains it. There were several contradictions that I couldn't ignore. Thanks to you, there were some nights I couldn't sleep at all because it bothered me so much.
Never did finish any of them.
I plan to, when this is all over.
When it's all over, huh?
Hey, wait, what did Am say?
Huh. Now that you mention it...
I can't remember.
Same here. I don't seem to recall it.
I didn't say anything. Sorry.
You didn't? Why?
I didn't know what I wanted to be. Don't look at me like that. I was happy. I wasn't thinking about the future.
Now that you mention it, you are always smiling then.
True that. You were the craziest kid out of all of us.
Remember that one time when Am...
Ah, that.
Oh, I remember that one.
Amlet, isn't there something you want to be? Nope. Is it a secret from me too? No, I really don't. Oh, I see. I just want to stay here forever. I just want to live with you and everyone else, forever. Oh, I know it's not a job, but that's my dream. Goodness.
I wonder whether Amlet's picky eating has improved.
This is a true story.
The pendant?
You sure it's the exact same necklace, not some knockoff?
There's no way one of us would mistake it. There's only one in the world.
Why would the Valkyria be wearing Miss Maria's pendant?
No way! Is she already...
If they were going to kill her, they would have done it already with everyone else that day. But they took her.
Which is why we knew she was still alive.
I believe she is, even now. I'm uncertain about that pendant, however.
There's a lot about this last battle we don't understand, including a new Grand General with advanced augmentation. Not to mention a Valkyria with Miss Maria's pendant and the Princess's newfound power.
You gonna report all that crazy shit?
No. The royal family said not to. I suppose they don't want anyone thinking the Princess is a Valkyria herself.
I didn't anticipate that a Valkyria would be deployed. You have my apologies.
It's my fault too. I didn't catch even a hint of it.
Means their classified info's on lockdown. Not too shabby.
But we now know for certain. Unless we defeat the Valkyria, we can't carry our wishes to completion.
Ruse clearly means business. Expect to encounter the Valkyria again.
Lucky us. The more they show their hand, the more chances we get to beat them up.
Am's the one who's beating them up?
Hey, Vi, don't forget about the alchemic weapons I developed. Of course, Sabanchi and company is gonna keep on upping the ante. So come on, let's all kick some Valkyrian ass together.
Yeah, together.
I'll see what I can dig up on Valkyria lore. Might discover something new if we compare it to what we've seen firsthand.
We'll need to look into the princess's song, too.
It's called a Galder.
Care to share with the class, Sam?
Powerful magic that's channeled through singing. That's all I learned at the Institute. I don't remember the specifics, but I think it can somehow weaken a Valkyria.
I think I've read something about that before. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's definitely worth looking into.
If we press the advantage, it may become our trump card against the Valkyria.
Which means, Am, you'll need to properly protect the princess.
Guess the Maiden of Jutland's our new VIP, huh? Hey, what's up?
I'm sorry. I let Gustav get away.
Oh, that? Ah, forget about it.
If the Empire is taking the war with Jutland in earnest, we can be sure the Grand Generals will be on the battlefield. We don't need to rush it, Amlet.
The Grand Generals? Didn't think they'd find a new one so fast.
Yeah, who the hell is this guy?
Laertes, the Prince of Ipseria.
Say what?
Ophelia said she was sure.
Ipseria's prince alive. What a scoop.
Even if he's the real deal, it doesn't change the fact that Ruse wiped out the rest of Ipseria's royal family, which means the Emperor killed this guy's parents. So how the goddamn did he end up a Grand General?
The trust between the Emperor and his Grand Generals is stronger than blood. I'm sure there's a reason he was added.
Vi, could you look into him?
Yeah, I'll dig around.
Thanks.
Ipseria has calmed down under Jutland's rule. The existence of the prince may become a hindrance.
This is getting complicated.
Very. All the more reason to be careful.
Oh, you're awake.
Miranda.
You should lie down, milady.
No, I am all right. Although my head is still a bit foggy.
My brother told me what happened.
I cannot remember much, except wanting to protect everyone by singing. That much I recall quite clearly.
And protect them you did. Godot said your voice was angelic.
Is that so?
His Majesty has ordered the military to research your song.
Huh.
Your Highness may very well be the real anti-Valkyria force.
Me? This is most confusing. Yet I cannot forget the battlefield, whatever they say about me. The truth is that when Vannergind really needed me, I failed to prove myself to the anti-Valkyria squad. Where is Godot now?
My brother's out. He said he wanted to look something up.
Leaving so soon?
Yes, sorry for intruding.
Did you find the article you wanted?
Yes, thank you for the assistance.
No, by all means. Happy to be of help.
Thank you, again. I must be off.
Huh? Oh, Freed. What brings you here? We don't have a meeting scheduled, do we?
Just need to do a bit of research. The guy who just left, wasn't that...
The orphanage that burned down 10 years ago. It was in Mulda. The mother and daughter running it, and most of the children all burned to death. Only 5 orphans survived. I'm certain one of them was the captain. And it was 10 years ago that then Crown Prince Claudius came to Mulda with the 4 Grand Generals. He came to survey the Valkyria ruins. Unfortunately, most of the records from then were lost once Mulda was annexed by Ruse. It can't be a coincidence that all the records of the captain and the other orphans vanished around the same time.
Oh, Lieutenant Villefort! It's getting really bad, sir. Please, come help.
Explain yourself, knave! Clamming up again! Do you take us for fools, you baseborn?
Are you finished? I acknowledge your complaint. Seems there's room for improvement in my command style. I apologize. I'll try to work on that. Don't hesitate to speak up if you have any further complaints in the future. That goes for all of you. Is that all?
You!
What's going on here?
Oh, as always, you have great timing.
We wanted the captain to explain with his words what happened at Avaloon.
You're referring to when he disappeared.
Don't you find that suspicious? He just ran off without telling us a thing.
It happened in Molda, too. He acted on his own. It's unusual.
And you all feel the same?
Well, we don't plan to yap on about it as much as a certain someone, though. It's just, well, we want to do something about this atmosphere.
This keeps up, the group won't be able to work well as a unit. We should resolve this issue, you know.
Don't know, don't care.
But wait, everybody. The reason the captain ran off was to face the Valkyria alone. I'm sure he just didn't want to put anyone else in danger.
If that's the case, that's a big problem. It means the captain doesn't trust our abilities. This unit was created to eliminate the threat of the Valkyria. If we aren't trusted, we won't be able to risk our lives when it's needed most.
You're a soldier, too. You get what Bridget's saying, don't you?
Now do you understand the severity of the situation? We can't carry on like this!
I trust each and every last one of you. I wouldn't be here if not for all of you. I thought for sure the Valkyria was going to kill me. But then you guys showed up, and we won. The anti-Valkyria squad won.
Captain.
If we work together, we can overwhelm the Valkyria. I have a responsibility to bring victory to Jutland, and I'll need your strength to do that. I'm counting on all of you.
Don't look at me! I shan't be fooled by such words. Besides, that was no explanation. 'Twas a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
I think it best to drop this matter.
Excuse me?
It's true the captain's behavior as of late has been suspect, and I cannot and will not ignore that. But we are at war. Right now, the only thing that matters is victory. I will personally keep note of the captain's actions, and render judgment after the campaign winds down. Do you find that agreeable, Captain?
I have no objections.
Then the matter is settled. We remain on standby until the next mission. Dismissed.
What?
Jorder.
Roger.
What the deuce? Now see here, I still haven't even...
Well now, we have a standby order. That means it's time for drinks.
I hope I didn't overstep my bounds.
Not at all.
Captain, I want to trust you.
Yes, so you've mentioned.
That is why I will continue to look into your past. This war is personal for you. Whatever's between you and the Grand Generals causes you to lose your composure. The fire at the orphanage in Molda. The children who survived. Claudius looking into the Valkyria ruins at that same time. I must know what it is you're hiding.
Anything unusual happen? I saw one of your men leaving the newspaper's office.
Godot is looking into my past. He learned about the orphanage, the fire. He knows there were survivors.
The article from 10 years ago. I should have destroyed it.
He became suspicious because of my behavior during the last mission. We need to be careful.
Right. Well, better tell the others. I'll mention it to Vi and Saul. Need to speak with them about the next column anyway. You tell Baz. He ought to be at his factory. See ya.